USS Enterprise embarked on its maiden voyage. And in the generations since, Star Trek has proven to be one of the most beloved and enduring science fiction franchises of all time. Well, starting today, the crew of the Enterprise takes off on their next thrilling journey in the highly anticipated summer blockbuster, Star Trek Beyond. Take a look. From Star Trek Beyond, please welcome Chris, Zachary, Quinto, and Karl.
Chris, we've heard that you guys have a very close relationship going on. And there's a sort of bromance between yourself and Zach. We've heard that there's a sort of competition between you two.
A little bit of competition.
I think it's fair to say there's probably healthy competition amongst all of us, but usually Zach and I, for all the press, for all the junkets that we have to do when we talk about the film ad nauseum, have to kind of, you know, we kind of pop the time with some fun stuff to do, and one of our things is engaging in a
vocabulary war.
Yeah. A drawn-out vocabulary war.
One of the things we'll do is we'll make a list of like 20 words that are incredibly erudite.
Nobody else understands. Is that what you're saying?
A little bit.
Because we have one of you
Really?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Every group needs one.
I'm often deeply engaged in high-level elocution.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is my thing.
Well articulated.
I'm trying to think. There's someone I know who's a friend here who calls, like, when he breaks out these words, being quintoed. I just got quintoed.
Yeah.
It happens.
And there's plenty of YouTube evidence of me sitting quietly in the chair while he's answering a question, waiting for the bomb to drop.
And the journalist has no idea what's going on.
Let's keep our vernacular here more pedestrian.
Yes, well played.
Touché.
This is happening. It's like a terrible virus. So, John, in this movie, we get to learn a little bit more about your character, Sulu, and we actually find out that he's a father, which is exciting, because we've never known that about him. And you have a son of your own, so has he visited the set, and how does he feel about it?
He's visited set. He hasn't seen the movies because he's very squeamish about violence, and so he like screams loudly when people die, and which has...
That's an appropriate reaction, by the way.
Yeah. But we can't watch any Disney movies because they always start out with Mama dying. And so it's... So stop DVD. But yeah, it's... I mean, he figured out I didn't tell him I was an actor, but he kind of figured it out eventually because people would come up and slap my back and stuff, and I think he just thought that the world was an extremely friendly place.
Right.
which is good. I went with it.
He's got a sweet spirit.
He's also super dumb. He's 36. He's 36.
Well, Karl, I got to give it to you because you're killing the game as Bones McCoy, Dr. McCoy. You're killing the game. But, okay, your Dr. McCoy is like the Dr. Phil of outer space. Like, you got all these catchphrases. Give us one of your things right
Wow. This one I get to say, I feel like my innards have been to a barn dance.
Strangely
That was really a catchphrase, but...
I feel it.
Now,
Of course, we know the late Leonard Nimoy originated the role of Spock, and you two became really close filming the first two movies. Was it strange not having him around this time?
Yeah, but in a way, I think he was around even more, you know? I mean, all of us made this movie with him in our hearts, and I think you'll see that he actually factors very prominently into the film in, I think, a really beautiful way. And he is so representative of the spirit of the franchise and the optimism and the magnanimity of human potential, I think, and what he brought to it was indelible. There's no way. I'm kind of doing it. I'm sorry.
Super Quinto.
Yeah,
Super
really
Quinto.
works.
We got Quinto.
But it would have been fine.
Okay, Chris, this movie, you had a few old fights with Idris Elba.
I did, yeah.
And
Yeah.
how did that end up?
Oh, my God. It looks like it's going well for you right there.
Yeah, Idris is he's a bigger gentleman, and we were doing not this fight, but a fight later on. And it's almost in slow motion when someone that big, you see like a fist coming at you, and he gave me a black eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it was good, though.
Yeah.
And then we used it and kept it for the rest of the film, and it kind of gave it, some reality.
Wow. A bit of realism. Now, in the film, the Enterprise crew, in all of these films, I mean, you guys are kind of racing headlong into danger over and over again. And in this one, you're stranded on a new planet. And John, I heard that the cast had a bit of experience in real life being left behind somewhere. Equally mystifying.
It keeps happening to Karl. We did get left behind in Amsterdam, and it was an adventure.
What did you guys happen to do with your
Our free time
in Amsterdam?
We went to a local cafe
And then the library.
and we went to a coffee shop and had coffee.
Incredible coffee.
Incredible coffee. Then
The kind of coffee that you like for your glaucoma, that kind of coffee. Yeah, the coffee that you drink for glaucoma.
muscle aches, and
Yes.
it's great for my muscle aches.
Yeah.
Did you have a cookie with that coffee?
I might have. And then we went to the Van Gogh Museum, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
Art, man. Art is awesome. All right, we are going to be back with much more from the cast of Star Trek Beyond in just a few minutes. That was a scene from Star Trek Beyond, and we are back with the men of the Enterprise crew. Chris Pine, Zachary, Quinto, and Karl Urban. Now, guys, you've been rolling together now for nearly a decade, and you've probably been asked the same questions over and over and over again. So we wanted to try to ask you some questions that you might not have gotten before. So these are some rather silly questions that you might be hearing for the first time, and we are going to go, the ladies of the talk, where no man has gone before. Okay, starting with Chris. Your picture is on the wall of many young girls around the world. Who was on your wall growing up?
Christy Swanson.
Christy Swanson.
The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well played. Indeed.
Zach, darling,
Yes.
which one of you is most likely to fall asleep on the set?
Chris.
No. Let's hear.
So on sets, they have the famous director's chairs, which are the most uncomfortable chairs ever designed by mankind. Somehow in the last 120 years of filmmaking, they have not figured out a new chair system. Anyway, but the first day on this new one, we all get in our director's chair. We're like, where is Simon? And Simon is in a lounge chair, like a beach lounge chair.
Anti-gravity chair.
An anti-gravity chair with like a little beer caddy.
Oh.
Just like,
Really?
So by day 5, we had all gotten out.
Yes.
Now, John, Trekkies are obviously among the most devoted fans in the galaxy, let's say.
Yes.
What show were you obsessed with besides Star Trek growing up?
Knight Rider.
Okay, so Karl, you've been working with Chris for a while. Tell us something that might surprise us about him.
Careful, Karl.
The man smells phenomenal. I mean, this guy. If you get within a meter of him, you come under the spell. It's intoxicating.
I noticed it.
So, Chris, you're a rugged man's man, but you also have a sensitive side. So tell us the last time that you cried.
Was it at the Academy Awards during John Legend and Common's performance?
Performing Selma.
Glory.
Yeah. I tweeted something really inappropriate about it.
Did you?
Yeah, it was something along the lines of Chris Pine could get it. He's crying at the Oscars. It's true. I'm crying.
That's all I have to do?
Sensitivity.
What real-life situation makes you want to use the Vulcan nerve pinch?
Well, I live in New York, and so I'd say probably like at least 3 or 4 times a day I would like to use the Vulcan nerve pinch, just because it's so, you know, it's difficult to get around that city sometimes without bumping into, which is why I love it as well. But sometimes on the subway, especially, it gets a little. And sometimes I'll feel like I'm on the subway and I'll feel people like notice me on the subway, and then their phone comes like right here in their thing, and that's when I really want to use it.
That would be so
just
great.
ask.
Just ask.
Yeah. Now, John, which movie franchise do you get recognized for more, Star Trek or Harold and Kumar?
It's Harold and Kumar, probably. Yeah.
All the time.
There are coffee lovers everywhere.
Yeah. Which is what made being in Amsterdam with him so difficult.
Okay, Karl, for you. Your girlfriend, Katie Sackhoff, stars in Battlestar Galactica. You star in the Star Trek films. Do you two have debates on which sci-fi universe is superior?
No. No, we don't. But it is a mashup. I'll give you that. It is definitely a mashup. She's gorgeous. I met her at LAX.
At the airport.
We were both
What concourse? What concourse?
It was Terminal 2.
This question is to everybody here. You know, those Star Trek uniforms are very unforgiving. As we may or may not notice, the pants can run a little high and tight.
Damn.
So raise your hand if you've ever gone commando on the Enterprise.
Ooh. Ooh.
Not one of you.
We ask you the same question.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Chris Pine,